As a creator, there are some things I wished I knew before I embarked on this journey. Come along with me as I share some of my thoughts in this video. I'm sorry about my lighting setup, as you would see in the course of the video that I wasn't having a good lighting day. But focus on the makeup tutorial as I talk about navigating life as a makeup artist while I do my friend's makeup. These tips can also apply to a wide range of creatives in case you're not into the makeup industry. Now that you know that makeup is your passion and this is what you're going to do, or this is what you want to do, the first tip I would advise you to do is take a course. If you have an idea of how makeup is being applied before, take an upgrade course. Just try and improve on yourself. Try and master the skill and the act of applying makeup on someone's face. Don't just feel like, oh, I can do it on my face, so I think I can do it on other people's faces. But take out time and then really invest in learning the craft. Now, while learning the craft, I'm very sure that you would be tempted to buy products. You would see products that are trending. You'd see products that is being used by your boss or your colleagues, and you would want to buy, probably because of the rave of how good the product is. But I would advise that you buy products that are only beneficiary to you, like products that you would use. You don't just go out of your way to buy products that would remain in your makeup box for a very long time without you touching it because you were just trying to go with the trend. Remember, you're an upcoming makeup artist and you're trying to save up as much money as you can, so you can't just jump on any makeup product trend and just because you're trying to save cost. This takes me to my next point, which is life is in stages and easy does it. So because you see your boss has a lot of products or she has a lot of clients and she's doing it for herself, doesn't mean that it would automatically happen for you. If you go deep down and check, you would see that it took her years, it took him years to build his or her craft. And in that stage of life, he or she was able to build a lot of things for his or herself. And that is exactly what you are supposed to be doing now. Now is your stage to grow. Now is your stage to gather your clientele base. Now is your stage to do a lot of things for yourself. And so stick to your stage, one step at a time. And now, next tip is quite connected to the previous one, which is pricing. My dear, I'm always thinking about knowing your worth. Know your worth and add tax to it. Now, about knowing your worth, the fact that you know your worth and then you want to charge your worth, you shouldn't be ridiculous about it. The person you learned makeup from is charging 20k for a client, and then you just learned and you're starting and you want to start with 20k. Meanwhile, your products are not really even as expensive as your boss's products. Probably you don't even really have the same kind of products that your boss have, but then you want to charge the same amount that your bosses charge, which might not be entirely realistic and possible. So you have to learn how to place your pricing according to the stage in which you are. And as time goes on, you could increase your rates. That's just my 2 cents. You don't have to follow my advice. And I'm not trying to be judgy here. Which moves me to my next point. My next point is about building your portfolio. Now you're a starter, you want to build this creative mind of yours. You want people to know what you're capable of doing. So what are you going to do? You're not going to sit down and wait for clients to come. You're not going to be at the mercy of creating content only when clients come. And sometimes as starters, it might take a very long time for you to build your clientele base. So what I advise you to do is create content on your own. Find models, collaborate. Try and make up something. Do makeup on a model. Post it. Snap great pictures, post it, and there you start building portfolio. Probably maybe from here you start creating a niche for yourself, so you know if you like doing dramatic makeup or skin finish like makeup or wedding glam makeup, whatever makeup line you are actually comfortable in creating. When you are trying to build a portfolio, there you realize what exactly you want to stick to. Now, my next tip is consistency. Just keep showing up. So sometimes it might get really tough. Sometimes it might be very discouraging. You probably might not have so much clients, but it's part of the business. If you meet any businessman, any entrepreneur, they'll tell you that sometimes they make so much sales, times 3 of the sales they make in a month. And there's a month where everything just is lying low. And it is during that period that they have to build themselves, try to reorganize and re-strategize. And now as makeup artists, you cannot just sit down and wait, fold your hands. This is the time to be consistent, because you're going for something, you're trying to achieve something. So you always have to show up, gather models. If it's your sister, your family member, anybody, as long as they are fine and they will spoil your work though. But then you get my point. Just keep showing up, just be consistent. One day someone will notice you and they would call you for that job. Have you ever wondered that it is those days where you don't show up, that's when people notice and they're like, oh, I only see this person around, but I don't see the person anymore, even if they don't talk to you before then. But the period where you're not around, that is when they will notice and like, this person, I haven't been seeing this person. So you wouldn't want to drive your clients away with that mindset that this person is not serious, this person today is here, today she's not here. Tickets. So you always have to be consistent. The next tip I would give is about composure. So as a creative that works on models, on clients, that has dealings with human beings, you always have to be composed, especially when you are around your clients. It gives off a vibe if you're disorganized, if you're not composed. Your composure is not put together. So you cannot be clumsy. Work on that if you are. You always have to be respectful, be nice. Don't be a bitch. I'm sorry for using that word, but you get what I'm saying. Just be nice to people, be coordinated, have your shit together. Just be composed, have your composure in check. And then the next tip is very, very important. It's as important as your entire creativity, because you could actually invest or be good at what you're doing and then it's not showing. It's only people that see your work on ground that will really appreciate, because social media is kind of a place where you can exhibit your talent, exhibit your work for people to see. And if this work you are showing to the social media is not of high quality, they might sort of like grade your entire work under that subject, that it's not that given. But whereas if they see your work on ground, it is mad. So invest in lighting and camera. Personally, for myself, I wanted to get a camera, but it wasn't so possible for me. So I told myself, oh, okay, I'm going to invest in lighting, like LED lights or ring lights, and then I get a very good phone that has a good camera. The camera quality is very good. So now, while I save up money to get an actual professional camera, I have a phone that is good, that can double up as a camera, and then lighting to balance it up, to get the perfect shots, to get the perfect content to put out there. Now, people, when they go through your page, which is also part of building your portfolio, it is what they see that they respond to. So when they go through your portfolio and they don't see nice aesthetics and nice lighting and good pictures on videos, they kind of like sum up your work and feel like you're not good enough. And that's where they even if they want to now use you, they kind of like underprice you. So you have to invest in lighting and camera, and just to make everything look put together. And this also links to my next point, which is get structured. I'm so sorry about that flinch. Get structured. So now, in getting structured, what do I mean by getting structured? The word is such a place where people kind of like read meanings into how you present yourself. You hear people say dress the way you want to be addressed. It's the same thing with your business. So if I come to you and I go through your page and probably I like what I see, and then I ask you, sorry, please, how much is your rate? And then you don't have a rate card. You don't have like a professional way of presenting yourself. They would literally drag you and rub you on the floor, because that's where you have put yourself. So now you have to be really professional about these things. Get to work, get on Canva. You really do not have to spend a lot of money to prepare a rate card. It might just be basic, but then it should be on paper. Your terms and conditions and whatever, what have you not, has to be on it, so the person takes you serious. And it's more difficult for someone to downprice you when you have a rate card than when you don't, and it was just word of mouth. This is how much I charge. And another thing I would advise you is, whenever you want to send your rate cards, don't say it over the phone or just casually saying it through a text message. It should be written, number one, and then it should be sent out in a professional form, which is through an invoice or through your rate cards, which can be designed on Canva, basically. Yeah. So without further much ado, let's get into the next point, which is don't compare yourself. It might be very difficult. It was difficult for me at a point, because there was a point in my life where I was so invested in the makeup industry, and I've been there for a while. And then I go on Instagram and I see people that just graduated, probably they learned the makeup for like 6 months, and they come on Instagram, post their pictures, and they are doing well, they're getting followers, getting jobs. And then me, that I've been in the industry, I was struggling. But it was that was a very, very wrong mindset. So now, know who you are and don't compare yourself with anybody, because if you do, that will be the start of your downfall in the industry. So now, if you notice that you aren't getting, instead of you comparing yourself, why not work on yourself? Why not see or try and reason, maybe I'm doing things differently. How about I re-strategize? How about I do things in a different manner and see how it goes? Other than comparing yourself and beating yourself and just crying and wailing over the situation and feeling that, you're not doing good, you're not really it. And then there are people that still are willing to pay for your services and appreciate what you offer. So instead of doing that, work on yourself. The learning never stops. Take an upgrade class again. always take an upgrade class. There's a new trend every single time in the makeup industry. In whatever industry you are, there's always a new trend in whatever you are doing to be better at what you're doing. So why not do that? And then the last thing that I would say is take out time for yourself to rest. So now, this is the point. You are a human being. You're not a robot. And even if you are, robot takes rain checks. Like, they take time to rest. So you as a human, you also need time to rest. So while doing your job, while trying to be creative, while trying to get your A game in whatever you're doing, try and rest. Because truthfully, those people that you are coming out and showing for, if they hear that you probably are not available because you're sick or something is wrong with you, they will look for someone else. They will. And then what happens to you? So I hope these tips comes in very, very helpful to you. Now take a look at my friend. Isn't she pretty? My light wanted to spoil my show. Oh my god, look at her smile. But I think we've come to the end of today's video. I hope you found this very, very, very insightful. Please, if you've watched to this point, leave a thumbs up, drop a comment. Please like and share my videos. Turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified when next I post a video. Till I post the video again and come and talk to my loves, my beauties. Please stay safe. Bye for now.